into the gray space, and it is time to spook. Today we are going to be talking about Ouija boards, and I call them Ouija boards because that's how it's spelled, and I think it's funny, and my husband gets a little chuckle out of it every now and then, so if I accidentally slip up and call it an Ouija board, that's why. The Ouija board, a popular divination tool, has long been associated with tales of the supernatural and eerie encounters. The innocent-looking board features letters, numbers, and the yes and no answers. It has the power to invoke fascination, fear, and curiosity. Stories of sessions gone awry, leading to eerie communications with spirits and supernatural disturbances, have been a staple of spooky lore. Evidence and theories. Reports of unsettling experiences involving the Ouija board share common themes. Eerie communications. Users claim that the planchette, a heart-shaped piece used to spell out messages, moves seemingly on its own, spelling out coherent messages from spirits or entities. Disturbing events. Some stories involve unexplained phenomena following Ouija board sessions, such as doors slamming, sudden drops in temperature, and objects moving without apparent cause. Personal revelations. Individuals often report receiving information during sessions that they couldn't have known, suggesting a connection to something beyond paranormal perception. Theories and interpretations. Several theories attempt to explain the experiences associated with Ouija boards. I'm going to try and say this word, guys. Ideomotor effect. Skeptics attribute the movement of the planchette to the ideometer effect, where subconscious muscle movements guide the participants' hands, creating the illusion of external influence. Unconscious influence. Some people believe that the user's unconscious thoughts, desires, and beliefs shape the messages and events during Ouija sessions, manifesting as seemingly external forces. Contacting subconsciousness. Supporters of the Ouija board suggest that it may serve as a tool to tap into the subconscious mind or collective unconsciousness, unlocking hidden knowledge. Cultural significance. Ouija boards have a rich history tied to spiritualism and the Victorian-era fascination with the afterlife. Their popularity surged in the early 20th century, fueled by accounts of eerie experiences and the thrill of attempting to communicate with the beyond. Real-life examples. Numerous stories circulate about Ouija sessions gone wrong, such as participants having received accurate but unsettling predictions or messages from apparent entities. And I do have a story about a Ouija board that I will save and tell at the end. Whether viewed as a harmless parlor game, a window into the unknown, or a potentially dangerous tool, the Ouija board remains a subject of fascination and debate. While science attributes many experiences to psychological and physiological factors, the allure of the unexplained continues to surround this mystifying device. Regardless of one's beliefs, the stories surrounding the Ouija board exemplify the human fascination with the supernatural. Experiences. Account 1. The Unexpected Warning. Witness, Emily H. Date, October 13, 2011. Location, Idaho. Emily and her friends gathered for a light-hearted Ouija board session one evening. As they asked questions, the planchette spelled out a warning, quote-unquote, danger. The group initially laughed it off, assuming someone was pranking them. However, over the next few weeks, Emily's friends began experiencing strange accidents and incidences, leading them to question whether the warning held some truth. The eerie prediction left them unsettled and cautious about delving into the supernatural. Account 2. The Deceptive Encounter. Witness, David R. Date, June 5th, 2017. Location, England, UK. David and his sister decided to try a Ouija board session in their attic. The planchette moved erratically, spelling out the name of deceased family member. David felt a chill, but his sister insisted on continuing. As they asked more questions, the atmosphere grew tense. Suddenly, the planchette flew off the board and the room plunged into darkness. When they turned the lights on, they found the attic in disarray, with objects strewn around. The experience left them quite shaken, questioning whether they had invited a malevolent presence. Account 3. The Unnerving Revelation. Witness, Sarah M. Date, October 17, 2015. Location, California. Sarah and her friends gathered for a late-night Ouija board session. They asked the board to reveal something about their futures. The planchette spelled out cryptic messages that seemed to resonate with each participant. However, as the session continued, the messages turned unsettling and personal. The group became increasingly anxious, feeling as if the board had tapped into their deepest fears and insecurities. The session left them questioning whether they had unlocked hidden aspects of their minds or inadvertently invited negative energies. Account 4. The Mysterious Message. Witness, Alex T. Date, March 29, 2019. Location, Canada. Alex and a group of friends experimented with a Ouija board during a sleepover. They approached it skeptically, not expecting much. However, as they began asking questions, the planchette spelled out a sequence of numbers and letters that seemed random at first. Curiosity piqued, they decided to investigate. To their astonishment, the sequence matched coordinates for a remote location nearby. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, they went to the location the next day, only to find an old abandoned building. The mysterious message left them pondering whether the Ouija board had unveiled an actual location or if it was more of a coincidence. Belief in the Ouija board experience varies widely. Skeptics, Jesus, often attribute the movements of the planchette due to the weird effect that I'm not going to say because I know I said it wrong, and the power of suggestion. They argue that the Ouija board operates based on participants' unconscious movements rather than communication with spirits. However, many individuals who have had intense or unexplainable encounters with the Ouija board remain convinced that they experienced a form of supernatural or paranormal communication. The uncertainty and the unpredictability of these experiences continue to spark debates of the existence of otherworldly entities. Now for my story. So this was, over 10 years ago. I was 17. And my friend and I were hanging out and we were driving back to her house from her boyfriend at the time's house. And there was a Ouija board in the trunk of her car. Now, we didn't mess with the Ouija board. We didn't play it. I didn't touch it. She put it in the trunk. We went out, got groceries, went to her boyfriend's house, and then we were going to go get gas and then go home. Or go back to her house, rather. And we had to... And now, I don't know if you guys have this where you live, but usually when the town dies down, the traffic lights, they'll just blink yellow or red depending on where the light is and where you are. But we were turning left to go into the gas station, and the left arrow was blinking red. So we stopped and we waited and looked around and nobody was there. And we went ahead and made the left, and we got T-boned on my side. So a car hit right in the middle of the side of our car, or a truck rather. It was a big like F-150, F-250, something like that. And it was bad. We had to, I had to crawl out of her side of the car, and we had to get taken to the hospital and all that kind of mess. And when we finally got back to the car a few days later, we opened the trunk and we realized that the Ouija board was not under anything. It was sitting right on top of everything that was in her trunk. And I don't think I have touched another Ouija board since. So you need to be very careful with Ouija boards. If you don't know how to use them, don't use them. If you have good intentions going in, or if you know what you're doing, by all means, go ahead and do what you want. But if you're just going to make fun of it, or you don't know what you're doing, or you don't have good intentions, then leave it alone. Please. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe, all the things, share, and stay spooky ooky during spooky season. And I'll be back with another video.